to me. This is for gung-ho Alpine and Bazooka! This is for me! This is for me! This is for Duke! And this is for the U.S. of A! You make me sick!
The comic books would come to our town every week. There was only one little shop in the town. There was a post office. And there was a news store that also sold candy, but it also sold the comic books. Comic books came every Tuesday, and my favorite comic was a comic called Turok, Son of Stone. And it was about these two Indians. And about a week or two before, there was an episode where they had taken peyote or mescaline or some kind of hallucinogen, and they had been transported back in time, and they had seen dinosaurs. And I had a real deep interest, intense interest in paleontology. And I said to this guy, I said, if I take this, will I see dinosaurs? And he said, you might. And I took this drug, and it was really powerful. I now know it was like extraordinarily powerful LSD.
No, Duke, on the list. Free lunch, final wisdom, total coverage. I have my attorney with me, and I realize that his name is not on that list, but we must have that suite. Yes, we must have that suite. What's the score here? What's next?
Your suite isn't ready yet, but someone was looking for you.
No, we haven't done anything yet. Move!
I can't handle this. This man suffers from a bad heart. But I have plenty of medicine. My name is Dr. Gonzo. Prepare a suite at once. We'll be in the bar.
The following program deals with a controversial subject. The theories expressed are not the only possible interpretation.
The viewer is invited to make a judgment based on all available information.
Welcome, everybody, to another Wednesday night here on Beyond Wednesdays. Whole crew hanging out at the beginning of the show. We've got video game talk. The foreign video game heritage auction happened, so we'll be talking about that. There's some crazy, interesting news in the comic world. And let me see here. Market report. I got a market report, so good shit. I hope everybody enjoyed.
What about
that.
Kendrick right now?
Oh,
Kendrick
yeah.
and Friends is up the street.
Yeah.
Oh, is that it? Is that SoFi?
No, it's over at the Forum.
Is it the Forum?
Yeah.
It's live on Amazon, right?
Yeah.
I had E40 open it up, right?
Yeah.
Did they really?
It's so awesome.
That is cool.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, they're doing some really good stuff tonight. I got it on it.
Yeah, area.
Yeah. Well, and more importantly is if you guys enjoyed the session, hopefully you enjoyed that throwback to the G.I. Joe movie when one of the greatest Cobra characters ever created, the Nemesis Enforcer, fought Sarge and probably should have lost, but, Sarge ain't going to lose. And I thought that was funny because the news came out today. Or not today. The news didn't come out. The images came out of the new 6-inch or classified. I guess what do they call them? What do they call these guys? The 6 inches, right? Yeah, classified. Nemesis Enforcer. The whole deal. A few weeks ago, I think we just got like test shots, where it was just like the head and the wings. But look at that motherfucker! They actually did them good for a first.
So
remember those
Nemesis
shitty wings?
Immortal, a different version than Nemesis Enforcer.
I don't know why they changed his name to Nemesis Immortal. Anybody in chat, let me know. If JLS is here, he'll know.
He ended up. It was a situation where, like, I think the rights to it, so they had to change it for the rights, and so I think they wrote it into something. Like there's canon behind it now, but I think originally it was because they just apparently just did not have the rights to Nemesis Enforcer.
Look at that image right there. Holy shit!
It's John Jang too.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Nice.
That's so cool whenever that happens. I hope that they get a little bit of money off that. Do you think did they get a little bit of money off of that?
Nope.
They probably, no, not at all.
Nope. It's whatever work for hire rate, I would say, you could take a guess like cover rate or whatever, but they're not getting a percentage of anything.
Whatever came of like the recent, so Liefeld kept saying how bad he was getting screwed like a week ago on Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
And then I kind of just didn't see a follow-up. When he said he was going to post more, like he couldn't believe that he's getting treated this way. And I don't know.
That's a great question.
Anybody see any of that?
I didn't see that.
I don't know.
No.
This was like a week ago. Because he tweets a lot. He's like a 5 to 15 a day tweeter.
Yeah,
he's muted.
He's been in Italy for the last like 5 days. And while he's in Italy, he's posting all these fucking cool pics with him and his very beautiful wife on the beach. And then more pics anywhere else. He's sketching and he's drawing the new issues because he's doing the interior art on this new Deadpool book, right? So he's drawing the actual pages of the comic, and somebody's holding the phone and he's talking to it, and he started talking. He was doing a spiel on, he was inking Deadpool's mask, and he was talking about how, when he created Deadpool, he didn't want to do a face because it sucks drawing faces all the time. It's so much easier just to draw a mask, So, anyways.
Right.
Yeah,
so I'll also say he tweets all the time. I know it's called X. Is it called just a post? What's it called? Like Twitter, he tweeted on Twitter.
It's a post.
X. It's still called X. It's called X now, yeah.
No, but it's a post.
Yeah.
Like Twitter had tweets. X has just a post.
Yeah, it's not a tweet either. I don't know what the heck it is, man. It's so annoying.
Post.
Well, I'm at that age where you learn, like, once you learn it, like it's there.
I still call it all.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Yeah.
You gotta work long and hard.
Where's let's see here. Let's go look in our boy Rob's. Robbie L's. I shouldn't even say our boy. Gotta show that guy respect.
Yeah, he's only your friend.
Yeah, I wish. Dude, I would hang out with Rob Liefeld all the time if he was my friend. I wouldn't be doing the show. The only way that that would change is if they would just do the reality show where they just follow him around, because I love just watching him. He's so fucking ridiculously hilarious, and he just doesn't care anymore. He'll say whatever he wants. How long ago was that on his?
Well, it was like a week ago, probably.
Oh, bro, yeah. There's gonna be like
That's
200 tweets
down there, dude. Yeah.
Look at all these. I love
it was
how
like in an afternoon while I was driving around and just bored.
I love how he always posts the spinner rack whenever it's a good week. And this week was a good week. X-Men, Uncanny X-Men 125 and Avengers 187, 2 classic issues.
Wow.
Yeah. Good shit. But yeah, I thought that was cool with the G.I. Joe Classified. They did a couple other figures. I think they did Starduster, so Nate should be stoked. I know Nate's a big fan of Starduster. And they did something else. But Destro came out this week. Did you guys read it yet?
No, I like the cover though.
Yeah, it's good. I wasn't.
That's John Boy right there.
Yeah, that's gorgeous, man.
It's weird. It's weird because it's like those are the 1 in 100 foils, and so like it's the foils just sometimes they hit and sometimes they just kind of muddy it up. It's a rough.
They're dull.
It's a rough
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it depends. Like sometimes I think they just choose. Damn, I like all these. They choose like a.
I like this
like
one.
the flatter foil. I don't know how to say it.
Yeah.
Like the flatter rather than shiny, and it's like, oh, that needed to shine. Yeah.
Especially Destro with his like the chrome dome. You know, I think needs.
Oh, that's a good point, dude. That is a really good point.
It should have been like they should have just done everyone's spot foil like on his head and stuff. Like it would have been awesome.
Dude,
the title,
100%.
the title,
his head, his arm,
and his arm. Yeah,
yeah,
that would be sweet. Yeah, it'd probably cost too much.
For sure.
1 in 100. I don't know. They could have.
I like the 1 in 50.
Were there a lot of variants for this?
Yeah, there's a ton. There's
like
actually
sport variants.
Yeah, I think Sean, you talked about this not too long ago, right? They're finally starting to roll out some store exclusives on some of the Energon Universe stuff, right? I mean,
yeah, they're letting people do more books now too. Like you can, it's not just issue 1. So if you're going to do other, the Transformers stuff, my buddy Justin in the Transformers forum, he's like, how many variants are they going to have on every single issue? It's like, it's going nuts.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. These are all the exclusive, the retailer exclusives. I like the idea on this one. I think it's pretty cool. I just think
cool.
it would be cool if it had a little bit more to it, but it is dope.
Well, there's one more that's not on there. I can tell you that.
Yeah. Sounds like San Diego Comic-Con is going to be a fun time.
I hope so.
Yeah,
maybe in a month or so.
How crazy is that? That it's that fast.
It's coming up too.
It still seems too long.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I'm just about ready to go.
Yeah.
Although I'm still working on tickets.
This 1 in 10 is terrible. This is so bad. It looks like this should be a Thundercats cover instead of a Destro cover. That looks like Panthro.
Oh, that's cool.
I can kind of see Panthro.
Yeah, I can see Panthro.
I mean,
or like a Hip Hop Family Tree, like Birdman covers.
Yes, that is Birdman.
Yeah,
this one's really good. The Steve Epting 1 in 25. But I like this one. So we'll be seeing.
Who's the sketch right there?
This is Freddie Williams. That's really good.
Oh, no wonder I like it so much. I love Freddie's work, man.
Yeah.
Freddie's one. Nobody really does like him. I love his stuff. Also, if anybody doesn't know, they can go to his site. He sells all the pages from everything that he does, from the He-Man, Thundercats, Ninja Turtles, all that stuff. So plenty of good stuff for sale on his site all the time. Really nice guy.
Speaking of San Diego, did you guys see this North Valley Grimoire Nakayama variant? This is a San Diego Comic-Con.
That's cool.
This is
Nakayama, huh?
Doesn't it look like almost
more
Adam
like
Hughes? Yeah.
Hughes or Lobos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A little Dodson in there too, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
It's like
yeah, for sure.
It's awesome. That's great.
So they announced this today.
All right. Are we ever going to start this list?
Yeah, we have to.
Right? Because there's 4 of us that need the list all sitting on buses. Vinny, I assume you're going this year too?
Yeah, I'll be there. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Oh, all right. Dude, Bryan and I are staying on 5th Street. It's blocked off.
Oh, man. I heard they're closed, man. That's kind of cool, though.
Yeah. Yep. Refreshments a few blocks away.
Yeah, I might be stopping by.
Come on. Just leave your backpack.
Don't plug up the shitter, man.
Yeah. No.
Oh yeah. Airbnb. You don't know how fast you're gonna get there. I don't want to go down to the deli.
Oh man.
Yeah, I don't think we'll be going to bed early anyway, so I'm not worried about it.
No.
Yeah, this is have you talked to Matt? Is Matt gonna start working on? Is Cover Price gonna start working on the list? Have they already got it out?
There isn't one out yet, but I can't imagine that there wouldn't be. My unofficial list is always until I start, actually conglomerating. That's why I made a little chat or whatever, which I can add people to. But there was just that SDCC blog unofficial website. You know, they put they do all the they tweet everything that they put, but there's one SDCC unofficial blog. I think it's called .com. Just Google that and you'll be able to find it. I don't know how they get up.
SDCC unofficial.
Hold on.
I think it's just sdccblog.com, right?
I might be being.
Boom.
Oh damn! It's that quick. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So this is the site. Anybody's interested, dude? When I write about now every year is when I start checking it almost every day. But I do have them on a comic list for Twitter for X that I check. You know, basically every day of my life. Just we all need to go to the bathroom, so
check this out. This is cool.
You gotta see what's going on comic book Twitter.
It says what commissions are open. Look at that.
Commissions being open. There's a list right there.
Finch is still open. Klaus Janson, Cully Hammer, Art Adams list that show.
Have you guys seen the? Sorry to interrupt. Have you guys seen the kind of list of? I mean, the posts lately with people talking about how expensive commissions are at all the shows.
No, really?
It's gotten outrageous. We should probably try to look and see what people's prices are before, before the show, just to kind of see. But yeah, it's gotten people are like, man, I can't even afford anything once I get out to the show anymore. With some of these commissions, they're so expensive. So.
Art Adams Shitara, okay.
This is gonna hit. I still think the Art Adams from last year is one of the best at the con. The Red Sonja, right?
Red Sonja,
yeah, that was great. Yeah, that was.
Look how beautiful this is.
We kept going back and more.
We bought 5 a day.
Yeah, dude.
I still have them all.
Shit. Oh, dude! Now you can yellow label.
Yeah, hell yeah, bro! And that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
Them, dude.
Yeah.
That's the whole thing is you can get books autographed now. It doesn't even cost that much more.
I know. I got a half
a short box. Do you think artists are going to catch on to that and start charging? They're going to up their sig price this period. It's just going to be because they know you can JSA.
Yeah, probably.
You know what? I don't know. I don't know. Because they were definitely doing it before, but I don't know. JSA it doesn't have that much money. I don't think.
He's also doing an X-Men variant. Wow.
Is that Adams?
Yeah, look at this.
That's cool.
I love it.
Go.
Oh.
Yeah, I think he's working with someone else on these. I don't know if I can say yet, but I know there's another retailer who's got some of those. So
it's not just who he's with last year. Who was he with last year?
It was just himself.
Are you sure?
He's I think it was rep by whatever company was doing it, right?
Yeah, he didn't do that book. I mean, he did the book with Dynamite, obviously.
But last year was cool. Remember, they had that you can upcharge for his signature, but then you can upcharge for the COA where they take a video or a picture of him of the signature, and then it's attached to a QR code.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah,
that was awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty
Not
cool.
Final design. I'm pretty sure that was the final design fucking 30, 40 years ago.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you there, Klaus.
That's funny, dude. SMZ, NECA. That's pretty cool. I love shit like that. I won't buy it anymore, but I think it looks cool. Strawberry shortcake.
Yeah, that's all right. I showed that little shop of pins right there.
Oh, yeah.
Those are, dude, I'm going $14 for those. $14 for that.
Yeah.
Are you serious? It's limited to 400. Pretty sure Dave Stevens, I don't know if you noticed, but he's been selling a few books lately. So with 400 of those, I don't think you can go wrong with them. They're not going to last the weekend unless they only do 50 a day or something.
Yeah.
Which they might. What do we got with She-Ra?
Atomic Toy Box. Looks like they're doing something.
Looks like just teasers right now.
Yeah, these are all teasers. Dan Parent. Whoa, what's that? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Dark Leonardo. Maybe just updates on everything. Daniel Warren Johnson Convention Stable 4x6 sketches. Felix comic
That's
art.
cool.
Yeah.
You know, and that's probably that's where we're gonna be for affordability, I think, for people.
Clan McDonald.
Clan McDonald's doing that? For what
yeah.
freaking book?
It's a
She-Ra cosplay
cover.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because that doesn't look like She-Ra or anything.
No. No.
It's not just a blonde chick, right?
That's a cool poster right there. Holy cow.
Yeah, that's dope.
If I had kids, I would be in there. I would definitely get that for them. Shit like that. That's cool. That's what San Diego is also great about. You get to see so much new art and just new cool shit.
Yeah.
People have.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, we have so much. We spend so much time on there that by like I do at least like Wednesday night, Thursday from the crack, Friday usually from the crack until beer o'clock, and then by the time it's Saturday, like there's going to be new releases or like we know exclusives are only Saturday or things that we want to go do, but like you've seen there's new stuff every day, which is cool, but a lot of those booths are the same. So by like Saturday, get a little sleep in the morning. I think I missed I think I missed a whole Saturday. I was just like, just recover. Like I'll hang out. I'll see everybody tonight. I've been here since Wednesday morning. I gotta leave Sunday. So yeah, we'll see. Yeah, we'll see what's up. But by Saturday and Sunday, you're going in slow. You've seen all the stuff. If you're there the whole time, I know not everybody can do that, and it's expensive. So even if you get the tickets, it's expensive to be able to do that. But it's surely a good time. So
last night on the industry show, we were talking. We just kind of did a little talk for the second half about kind of how things have changed since COVID, and the last 4 years in comics has just been so crazy. And we were talking about the big two, and it's kind of crazy to see some of the stuff that's going on right now in the big two. There's this that popped out today. Joshua Williamson quits Batman and Robin and Green Arrow because of burnout, workload, family time. Plus, I would imagine that, like, I don't know what these guys get paid, but I hear that the artists get paid. Like DC and Marvel is offering a page rate of like $80 a page right now, which is nothing. You know what I mean? That's absolutely nothing. And we heard about when the whole thing happened with Glenn O'Leary and Comic Book Palace and Mark Miller, where they were just talking, and Mark Miller kind of talked about how writers will get paid more to go out and create something on their own that might sniff an option. If you can get one option a year, you're going to make more money than what these guys were getting paid at, Marvel and DC to write books. So it just doesn't make sense. And Joshua Williamson is killing it right now on everything he does. He's one of the best writers in the game. I mean, look at what he's doing over at Energon, the Energon universe too. It's amazing. I really feel like there's a big change happening at some of the big publishers. It's very interesting. So, I mean, not only did this happen, there was also Zeb Wells and Romita Jr. leaving Amazing Spider-Man. Oof. Thank God. John Romita Jr., I don't care about the art of John Romita Jr., but the last couple Spider-Man arcs have been garbage, in my opinion. Really bad. And, this might be a good thing, but I don't think Joshua Williamson leaving DC is a good thing. That's for sure. We'll see if we see any more in the next couple of days if things just dropping. But not only that, this whole thing with this AI stuff, which is crazy, right?
Oh God, dude.
Oh yeah.
You know what? I saved a tweet thread.
And so many people are saying, you see it everywhere. Once DC and Marvel see how much money they can save not having to pay artists and writers, hire a couple prompt engineers for a tenth of the pay, that's terrible, man. That's absolutely garbage. And I think that's something that is a future that is in the multiverse. Hopefully it's not our future, but it feels like it's pretty damn close. Money always matters. But for those of you guys that don't know what we're looking at here, this is a recent Matina cover, and fucking Matina, man. One of the old school Matina stuff, like that Gamora
so
cover.
good.
Yeah. He had so many great covers, and he can't help himself to not get caught. It sucks.
Yeah, exactly. Check out the thread I just posted in the Google.
All right, let's see here.
Dude just busting him out. Right. And then you guys see that. So that one, that was Granoff calling him. I can't see that link that you have from.
Yeah, it was Granoff. Cool. Yeah, called him out. A
but
lot of people
Granoff
called him out.
I'll be like, dude, tired of and dude, and that's Eddie Granoff, dude.
Yeah.
I think the most underrated artist maybe of all time.
Yeah.
So that's cover artist anyway, and that's my opinion. But you don't hear that much love, and I absolutely love Granoff's work, dude. So
yeah, this is crazy right here. A thread documenting how Francisco Matina keeps getting work at DC Comics despite having been caught tracing art several times and is now generating covers with AI. Oh, man. What are you thinking? His left was the first noticed in May 2017, where Bleeding Cool posted an article noting that it looked like Francisco Matina traced Ian McDonald's premium Sideshow collectible art print for his Venomized variant cover of Jean Grey. And that's important. The art show or the Sideshow company is important because it seems like that was his farming ground. You know what I mean? We'll see that here more. So
yeah, and often because the Sideshow stuff wasn't on comics.
You got it. Yep.
It's comic adjacent, obviously, or direct. You know what I mean, though.
Yeah. And then this was the Venom month or year when they were doing all those Venom covers. That's so obvious. And then continued in 2017, Ji-Hung Lee accused Matina of tracing his piece for a variant cover of Venom 150, where you can see Matina blatantly took his art and mirrored it and tilted it. Ji-Hung Lee, Matina. And if you remember, like, I don't want to keep throwing this, Kyle did say that he was trying to change and all this stuff, and I respect him for that, but that was one of the really quick throw-offs. When you see that mirrored thing, you instantly think somebody's trying to hide something. Right. So it's hard to give him benefit of the doubt after that.
I felt, and I still feel the same way, I guess, about Matina in this regard. But have you guys seen like the comic book swipes, like groups on Facebook and stuff like that?
Yeah.
I didn't realize like pretty much a lot of our favorite artists do this. Like they might not take it from comics, but they may look at like anime or manga or a random cartoon thing, and they're using it as a frame of reference, and a lot of times like inspiration for a character will be heavily borrowed from something. So is that the same? I don't know. Is it just as bad?
That's a great question, dude.
I think this stuff where it's like this is definitely he's like tracing over
this
artist stuff, this stuff is pretty blatant.
Yeah, I agree. And there's gonna be somewhat accidents, and you've got sort of same style in your head, and like I don't know, we've all done things creatively. Let's say, for instance, I don't know, I learned to write better when I was young, I think, because I would end up like a lot of car trips or see my grandparents, so I read a lot of books. And I read a shit ton of Stephen King, probably when I don't know if you're supposed to be like 9-10 years old reading like Steve, you know what I mean? Like, but that's what I read. So it was like that. So like I know that by learning like it, things get engraved in your head from a style and stuff like that. Like you can't, like, I don't know, nobody gives him shit, and I don't think they should. But looking at like McFarlane Spawn and Capullo Spawn, it's not like they're 7 million miles apart. He went with it like a similar style and body shape. You know that there's a difference. And the last thing I'm doing is trying to pretend like Capullo of all people. But it's just something in your head when you study things. But just when it starts to become blatant, or adding the AI blatant, like messing up the S on his chest, it's so damn obvious.
All three covers are said to be AI. Superman 18, Batman the Brave and the Bold 17, and Action Comics 1069.
And if you give a guy, that looks like a Wilkins to me.
Yeah.
If you give a guy,
that's gorgeous too. I mean, that is such a good cover.
Yeah, it's good. If you give a guy like this a tool like that, they're gonna fucking use it.
Yeah.
I mean, the problem, I actually had a call with a woman who runs like an AI, like they have a tool that helps figure out if things are AI. And I actually had a call with her today, and the crux is going to be in the situation where if it's made with AI, those parts of the image cannot be copywritten. So DC doesn't own that image at all.
Whoa.
So they can't copyright it, and so that's where the legal stuff is going to start getting really tricky. And artists, they're going to stop working with artists who do this stuff because, like, at the end of the day, they need to own these pieces so they can license them and use them in all sorts of branding and all that stuff. So
that's a big deal. That's the stopgap.
Yeah, I mean, it's probably going to change. I've been in a lot of these conversations on a copyright perspective, and that was the initial guidance from the Copyright Office.
Yeah.
Was basically saying that anything you're supposed to disclaim in your registration, anything that was AI created. But as more and more people are prompting and changing the prompts and doing more detailed prompts, I think there's going to be some level of copyrightability, and I think it is going to change. But I kind of heard it not necessarily a confirmation of that, but one of the main people from the Copyright Office, I was just at a music conference last week, and she indicated that that was simply a early framework and that it's going to be changing very soon.
I mean, this whole everything in this space is changing so fast and it's going to be, we know how legislation and all the legal stuff that in the government works. It's going to take forever to kind of get solved, but there's so much money behind all this technology that they're going to find a way to get it to go through. Right.
Yeah. I mean, it's a lot of interesting conversations. I'll say that, I'll say that.
How I look at it? I look at it like the marijuana thing, right? At one point, it got to the point where the medical marijuana companies were making so much money that I was like, okay, this is going to get legal in no time now because the government wants in on it, or the government is working with lobbyists of companies that want in on it. You know what I mean? Like it's so much money. And then something like today, it got announced that the very first time a sports team is going to allow cannabis products to be sold at the ball game, right?
Wow.
Right. So you guys are both right. There's when it comes to the money that's involved in this, how easy it is to get stuff done. You don't have to pay people to do anything anymore. Man, it's crazy. And it makes you wonder how much longer the big two are going to be the big two. And the other scary thing is I've heard these rumors for years, but it feels like it's more like it might happen. There's a better chance it might happen now. It feels that way about the big two leasing out characters, right? So they just lease out Batman or they lease out Superman for another company to use to write a movie on something. Ben is Antarctic Press. I think they're trying to do something like that. Well, I forget what they were doing. We did a show with Ben the other night, and there was something where he's like talking about doing stuff like that. So yeah, very interesting, man. We'll see how that all plays out. All right, let's get into some of this video game auction news, because this shit's crazy, man. All right. We talked about this. Was it last week that we talked about this? Maybe a week before?
Maybe
Something
a week
like
before.
that.
We went through some of like there was a signature auction, so we kind of went through some of that stuff, and there was like a breakout Japanese auction. So I mean, the prices are not crazy, but I wanted to point out like that the prices are steadily going up, and that there's still, in my opinion, room to jump into this market compared to the US market. So but I do want to show you guys some of these things. And what I found interesting was that Heritage was specifically highlighting this go around how much earlier all these games came out, before the US versions of them. And that I've never really seen them do that before. This one I just kind of put on here just because it was kind of a high seller. This is one of those Game Boy Advance games that was put out, and these were actually not that hard to find when I was looking for them, a little while ago. I mean, I really wasn't even looking for these. I was really looking for Pokemon Red and Green, but I would run across these Game Boy Advance games. But I thought that was pretty strong, almost, like 9,000, more than $9,000 for an unopened version of this game. I thought it was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Are you mostly looking just at the Heritage, or are there like specific websites that you look for, like in Japan or somewhere internationally?
Yeah, Yahoo Auctions Japan is like our eBay. So they post a lot of this stuff. But a lot of this stuff, and as I've said this before on the show, it's a guessing game as to whether it's unopened or not. You have to try to see. There's no sealing out there in Japan, so you have to really see if it's been opened. Like if there's a crease along the edge, you really have to be able to inspect it. And a lot of time those photos are really tough to be able to do that with. And there are a few times that I thought I did it well, and I was wrong. I mean, I'm not always wrong, but but I have my 30% or so. I mean, it's been tough to try to gauge these, and I feel like I'm still learning. But
wow,
yeah.
Vinny,
Brian, that I accidentally put the same link twice. I put the second one all the way at the end of those links I sent you.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this is very interesting. Here we go. I was like, did I do something different here? None of these links are fucking working.
I saw you do it like 2-3 times.
More Pokemon stuff.
Yeah. So this is an unopened Pokemon. Let me see here. Can you just look at the back real quick? Or like click the second thing. Yeah. So this is the barcode version. So this is the actual retail release. So I don't know if you guys remember last time we were talking about it. There was a mail away version that did not have a barcode. Mm-hmm. Like you had to essentially mail away from Coro Comix, and you could get that version, and that version did very well. Just showing y'all that this one actually did pretty well also, almost like $7,000. So
yeah, that's cool, man.
Or $6,000, yeah.
I like those the variant info.
And this is actually there's a later copy, so it's still pretty strong. And I'm telling you, like this is just beginning. I'm really starting to see it, because even on Yahoo Auctions Japan, I've been literally watching this stuff, I would say almost every day since December of 2020. So I really have like a real gauge of the market. So when you start seeing things that you could have bought for $40 go for $5,000, it's starting to burn my ears up. Yeah.
Wow. This is Mega Man 7?
Mega Man 7 unopened. Yeah. $5,000.
Wow. 1995. So, I forget that Mega Man 7, that Mega Man came out so long ago, and it had so many versions after. I think it was Mega Man 3 that was my favorite. All the Mega Man games were great.
I was a big Mega Man fan. I'm still to this day I cannot find anything better than a CIB version of Rockman 1 or Mega Man 1. I'm still looking for it. It's impossible. I mean, I've scoured.
Next we have the Super Mario 2
USA. Yeah. Now again, this is another game, really not that expensive. Few $100, but getting it graded, making sure it's unopened, it's more than $3,000.
I wonder how many of these sold over there. You know what I mean? Because it's just a reskin. Did a lot of them sell over there?
I don't think. I mean, it was definitely not as widely released as it was in the US.
Doki Doki Panic was the original, right?
Yeah.
That's such a cool story.
Yeah, it's such a cool story, man, and I kind of really want to go back and play the original Doki Doki Panic.
Yes.
You know, I don't know how you all feel.
Here's the question. Here's the question. I want to ask everybody on here and be honest. Who was your main go-to in Super Mario 2? To play.
Mine was Luigi.
Yeah, because he could jump the highest.
Yeah, but he was kind of annoying, because he jumped too high.
Yeah, I got to be honest. Mine was Princess Peach, man, because she had that floating shit.
Princess was solid.
Yeah. Clutch, did you ever play Super Mario 2? You in on that?
Oh yeah, dude. It was I had to let the younger brother be Mario. I was Luigi.
Yeah.
Like, that was, those little fights in the house. You're just like, I'm not gonna win this one. I'll let you be the, you can be the guy.
How much younger is your younger brother? How many years?
Like 3.5.
So that's exactly like me and my brother. And I know those type of things. Me and my brother were always fighting over this shit. So, and he never won. I still to this day, I call the big brother rule whenever it comes to shotgun. Like, nope, you don't get it. Just don't even try. If I'm around, I'm taking it. All right, here we go.
But the three of us have a decent solution to that. Called God given.
Yeah. I'm not going to fit in a back seat.
Sorry, Vinny.
Yeah. All right, hold on.
Bro, I'll totally sit sideways in the back seat for you, dude. Don't worry.
Oh, that's so sweet.
Come on, man.
Super Contra.
Super Contra on Super Famicom, $3,000. This preceded the US version by 4 months.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So
there's something I was watching. I went down a YouTube rabbit hole, and I watched a guy talk about how I think he was saying the Super Famicom was the greatest game thing ever made, and he talked about Contra on there.
Yeah, man.
All right.
This is Secret of Mana 2.
Oh yeah.
I'm sorry, Secret of Mana. This is, forgive my pronunciation, but Seiken Densetsu 2. But selling for $3,000. Man, I saw at one point saw a whole box, case fresh box of these selling for like $800. Like, yeah, like everything unopened. So it's really cool to see this. But I think a lot of people RPG lovers really love this game too. So it's kind of cool to see the history and where it came from as well.
Yeah. All right, next. Final Fantasy II.
Yeah.
1988. Wow.
Dude, these feel so cheap, don't they? I mean, for such an iconic series, I still haven't seen a unopened Final Fantasy 1, but these I've seen consistently for maybe $160 unopened, like a lot of them.
Wow.
Yeah, over the years. So that's really cool to see that you can get that much of a premium by having an unopened one, getting it graded.
That's gorgeous art too.
Yeah,
that's really.
And that's a cool thing. All the art on these first few Final Fantasies was completely different from the United States version.
Yeah, that's very cool. Fucking the robot. I hated this thing, and I hated Gyromite. That was the dumbest game ever. And if your robot broke and you had to play Gyromite, there's no reason to even play it.
Did you have this? You owned it?
Growing up, there was a family down the street where during the summers when my parents both worked, we would just stay with that family, and they had one. And so we would play it all the time, and then it broke one time, and all we had at one moment was like Gyromite to play, and we tried to play it with the the controllers, and there's no reason. So
yeah, but this even I've seen some other things too. Like I've seen like this unopened. I've seen the Power Glove unopened because it was like I don't even think it was a Nintendo product before in Japan. It was an item that was sold separately, and then I think in the US they took that same item, acquired the license, and then packaged it with those early Nintendos as well.
Yeah, man, this is, if I was going to get any of these accessories, the Power Glove would be the one to get. That would be a cool thing to have, an unopened Power Glove. That would look dope on a wall too. You could
Power Glove
it.
about $250 to $300 still. You could find an unopened one.
No, it's awesome.
Yeah,
that's really cool. All right, next, Biohazard. Here we go. The original Resident Evil, right?
Yeah. So this was the original Resident Evil. This is a first print. It's got the red sticker on the front. This is something, I've been looking out for. These do not come up very often at auction. Typically when they do, I'd say they sell for around 600 to 1,000 raw. I'm actually very surprised by this auction here and how it went for this cheap. This came out 10 months prior to the release in the United States. And just by comparison, the highest price of the long box version in the United States went for $264,000.
Wow.
So
Jesus.
There's a lot of room to grow as the education kind of catches up, and what as people start looking into the history of these games. I think it's cool.
Well, here's the thing that everybody out there that's watching this and going, this is ridiculous, you guys are silly. Remember 10 or 15, 20 years ago when it was first print or die in comics, and every print afterwards was just fucking reading trash, like you read it, you threw it away afterwards because nobody wanted any of the second through, third, fourth prints. And look how that has changed in a short period of time, where, all those Batman, $457 second print newsstands that are $800, $900, people are paying for them. I could see.
I mean, that's my real thought. I think it's still a new hobby. It's only really been bubbling for 2.5, 3 years. There's only going to be but so many NES copies of all these games that can sell. At some point, people are going to go, just like comics, they're going to go to, Golden Age, Bronze, Silver. They're going to look at all of these things. And I feel like that's exactly what's going to happen in video games, not just for Japanese games. Also going back to like the Atari games and the ColecoVision games and the PC games. I think once people really want to know about the history, I think that's going to be very intriguing to a lot of people.
Yeah. I think you were talking about that a long time ago, where you were saying that that's the most important part. Once that part hits, then, it's off to the races.
Yeah. And a lot of these things that are being shown here, getting it unopened, that Biohazard, like a lot of these things are actually pretty rare to find. So right now, like some of these are going for a steal, in my opinion.
Metal Gear Solid, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, this is so I've actually saw this version, and I did not buy it because if you use Google Translate on it, that little sticker on the front says it's a best of. So this is like a greatest. Yeah, so this is like a greatest hits version. It was not indicated in the Heritage auction, so I think somebody thought they were getting a first print.
Yeah, because they paid a shit ton for it.
Yeah, so this is just a $50 greatest hits version of the game.
Mm-hmm. We were talking about this the other week. Here we go.
Yep. Duck Hunt, also this is super cheap. $1,187. This looks like a first print. This is the U.S. equivalent. This came out 1.5 years, 1.5 years before the U.S. equivalent, which the highest price is $144,000.
Jesus. That's so crazy.
Yeah, and all the shit I know, this would have been like what I would have bid on.
Yeah.
Just from Just I mean, because my Nintendo is more, just childhood memories, probably like most people's.
Yeah.
Or maybe this.
Yes, this is awesome right here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But let's go to what I. Yeah.
Look how
this
dope
is
that is.
Yeah, this was 8 months prior to the US release. That sticker on the back, I've kind of talked about it a little bit, but if you peel it off, it says Void on it. And the early black box Nintendo games used to have a very similar sticker, not with that logo, but they used to have a similar sticker that if you remove it, it would start saying Void, like Void is written all over it.
Oh, wild.
There have been some fakes out there, or allegedly. So VGA, which is the only company that grades these, it has kind of paused their grading of Famicom Disk System games. But there's so many incredible titles that originated from this, like Legend of Zelda, like Castlevania, like Metroid, like what's the other game? Kid Icarus. A lot of those games originated here. So it's Doki Doki Panic. So yeah, so I think once they start grading them again, I think these are going to be really interesting. So I would say if you're able to pick up some and that you see a nice sticker on the back, like go ahead and go for it. What I've noticed, I think, is if the color is really off or if it's not sticking properly, kind of stay away from those.
Look how cool that art is. Holy cow.
Yeah.
Dude, that art is awesome.
Yep. And this was 9 months before the US version of F-Zero. What I thought was interesting about it is this is actually not a bad sale this is essentially like a qualified version. It's not even unopened. So
it's in English. They're speaking in English. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow, that's cool. I wonder where that original art is,
Mm-hmm. Well, there's a whole
another rabbit hole
who've kind of gone after that stuff, but I don't know about Japanese original art. I don't know about that stuff. This game has always been really interesting to me because this is like the first in the series of the Animal Crossing series. So I know Animal Crossing was on GameCube in the US. This game originated like the whole franchise, and this was on the N64.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, next. Oh wow, yeah, this looks like it's going to be an interesting one. I hated this game too.
Tekken? Oh my god, that's like one of my favorite games of all time.
So good,
bro. Yeah. I had one of my best friends growing up. He was the first person who ever knew that got a PlayStation, and this is the only game he would play was Tekken, and I fucking hated this game. It was so boring to me, and when you have to play a game that you hate over and over and over, it's like, yeah, no thanks. I'd rather play Mortal Kombat.
This was definitely one of my favorite games of all time. But I remember this guy, like music producer guy. He was like, "Oh, I'll kick your ass," and I was like, "No, you won't." And he ended up coming in town to do some work. He came to my condo. I had another friend of mine there. And I literally beat him 35 times in a row.
Did you have one already set up, or did you set one up because you knew he was going to be stopping by, and you're like, "Come on, let's fucking."
Oh no! Well, I mean, I had the PlayStation. You know, it was a Tekken Tag tournament, but my kind of thing with this game was I was playing with a bunch of friends, and we all had like a weird rhythm. Like a start-stop rhythm, and it would really mess with anybody who wasn't used to that rhythm. So it was actually, I could literally pick any character and beat a lot of people. I mean, anybody literally. So it was kind of crazy. But what I do want to say is this is the first in the franchise. This is a rare game. Not that many out there. I don't see a lot. I've been looking at Yahoo auctions for quite some time. And they usually sell in the raw 500 to 600. So first of all, this is a cheap price graded, but also by comparison, the US version, the highest sale is $55,000.
Yeah, this is somebody's got a score here. That's for sure.
Super score, yeah.
Yeah, I agree with Tony. GoldenEye was my game where I've done what Vinny did on Tekken. I've had that same thing happen to a friend who used to always tell me that he could beat me in GoldenEye. Yeah, man, that's definitely something that people should be jumping in this market. If you didn't do it when Vinny was first talking about it, like all us knuckleheads, maybe now is the time. Look at that, only $162 for that.
Yeah, $162. This came out. What was it? I can't remember how many. It was definitely a few months before the US version, and the highest rated. The highest sale of this was also $55,000, and this was one of the most popular Tekken releases. So, I mean, this also looks like a steal to me. $162 on this game. Graded. The grading itself probably costs almost $100.
I want to ask you about a game that I saw today. Hold on, let me find this game that I have no idea why it's selling. Just the slip cover of the game is selling for a grip. It's a Mario game, and I think it's a Switch game too, which was even crazier to me. You know what I'm talking about by any chance?
There's been a few. You talking about Wonder? Are you talking about something else?
It's like Paper Mario or something like that. Does that make sense?
I think there was a Paper Mario on the Switch. I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'll find it here in a second. This shit's pretty crazy, man. Where is it?
I want sushi.
Was that Clutch going to get sushi? Oh, here we go.
They got through the Kendrick Lamar traffic to drop his dinner off.
Oh, nice.
That's funny.
Nice. Nice. This is one of the things I saw. This Super Mario 64 7.5 for $269.
Yeah, it's CIB though.
Oh, okay.
CIB.
Here it is, right here. Look at this. $2,325 for a Wada 9.8.
Wow.
And it's just the slip cover. So it says here, I present before you the very first Paper Mario, the 1,000-Year Door, Wada 9.8 A+, encapsulated with ever-exclusive New York slipcover.
Okay.
Released and purchased at the official Nintendo Game Store in New York.
Yeah, that was probably like a very special release of that. What does the back look like?
Right here.
That's the front, or is that the?
That's
they're just showing the GameCube version.
Oh, okay.
What are they even showing?
No, that's the back, only for GameCube, but this one's for a Switch. What the hell?
I don't understand what's happening here.
So it was a GameCube game that they re-released on Switch.
Oh, okay, got it.
Made in Japan, New York slipcover.
Huh.
Right?
Yeah. Wait, go back to the back of it. Let me just see what that looks like. The back of the game.
Oh, right here.
Okay. Well, it's definitely like I don't know if you guys remember, but you see all those zeros there. That means it's a first print. That's release day. That's release day. So maybe it had a different slipcover on release day in New York. That would make it like a pretty rare variant.
Reed says the slipcover is the GameCube cover. Okay, so they did an homage on it.
Got it.
That's pretty smart.
That
very limited. Yeah.
That's super cool, man.
That is cool, man.
Yeah.
I love shit like that. Obviously.
And if anybody wants to know the first, not this game, but the first ever Paper Mario is called Super Mario RPG in Japan. It was a Super Famicom game.
First ever Paper Mario.
Yeah, they renamed it.
What didn't we look at a Bash? What is the Bash Brothers? Is that what it's called?
Smash Brothers.
Smash Brothers. What was the first one of that sell for? Didn't we see that not too long ago?
Yeah, I don't remember.
Smash Brothers, Super Smash Bros. Yeah,
it was like 11 grand or 12 grand, something like that. I think I remember.
I would think that would be probably one of the biggest selling ones because the fucking MLG stuff with that's one of the few games that's just like so competitive on the professional circuit or whatever you want to call it.
Sports and everything.
Yeah.
Let me see. Let's just see while we're talking about it. Let me see. Like a sealed version of that.
Are you able to shop for these much? Like, I think that's kind of sort of what I was asking at first. Other than the auctions and things like that, do you have places you can find things that you grade yourself, like we do comics? You know?
Yeah. I mean, the Yahoo Auctions Japan is where I've been looking, and then when I went to Japan, I looked, and surprisingly, I found nothing. I went to like 5 or 6 stores in Japan, and they were like wiped clean. So my best bet is just going on the Japanese equivalent of eBay and trying to find them over there.
I agree.
Like
Chad
somebody
K.
visiting from Japan and thinking they're just going to go to a comic store and get an AF-15 real quick.
Yeah, I literally like hit like 5 or 6 stores that are all sort of in Akihabara, like the same area, and I was expecting to like, spend a grip of money while I was there.
Yeah.
Didn't buy anything the entire day, nothing except for like a stuffed toy for my kids. That was it.
Yeah, it doesn't count.
Me and my buddies, Chad Cave and Blue Green are both talking about Joust, and me and my brother would play. There was a Joust game on Nintendo. It was like a Joust 2000 or something like that, or Joust 3. That was so much fun, man. I forget which one that is. Yeah.
Oh, just I was looking back at the Super Smash Brothers. So the highest sale of Super Smash Brothers was 240,000. So you're right. But if we look at most recent, trying to see that one sold for $8,125. I guess the one we must have recently looked at, but it must be a later printing of it. I think you can't.
Yeah.
I think it's probably a later printing.
Oh wow. Did you guys see this real quick throwback? There's something here where Scott Williams, Jim Lee's inker, put the Matina thread up and put "fuck this hack."
Ooh, damn.
Wow. It's getting dirty out there in them fucking comic book streets.
Click and see if any big artists are like the first replies.
Oh yeah, hold on. That's a good call.
Oh yeah, I know how to find drama on Twitter.
Glapion says at some point editors have to stop being given a pass for shit like this. Fucking men.
Right.
Yeah.
Get on those editors' asses. Yeah, fucking A.
Greg Land just agreeing with the meme.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, he said and Greg Land.
Yeah, and where is that? Oh,
Is
right
it
here.
right?
Yeah. And Greg Land. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
I always trip out because I think Greg Horn before I think Greg Land, and I really like Horn. So
I'm trying to see if there's any other names I noticed right off the bat. That shit's crazy. They have to start policing themselves, right? Because nobody else will police.
Yeah,
it.
you gotta just go for it. There's not a. You're fighting. You're fighting for your career, for everyone's career.
Let's see if there's any people that have responded to this that are artists.
Yeah, because I don't know who the OP is. It just showed up on my For You feed,
Mm-hmm.
And then so I looked through it real quick, and I just instead of forwarding it to people, I bookmarked it.
The problem is that this is what's going to start happening. Happens right here. This guy puts up a Carla Cohen cover and says, DC is no stranger to using AI for cover art. Look at this Lois Lane variant for Superman 14 and tell me that's not AI. And Carla Cohen is definitely not an AI. She's the furthest from an AI artist that you're going to find. So
I see her autograph right there.
Yeah, that's why this is going to become a problem. People that think they know what they're saying don't. They have this is one of the biggest artists in comics.
The dumbasses, dude. That always. There's just so much shit going on. Everybody thinks they know it. In our small incestuous little comic community. Oh man, why would you pay? I wouldn't pay $5. Why would you pay $100? I said, well, $100 is the cheapest one that ever sold. So you won't pay $5. Okay. Everybody just has an opinion that doesn't completely matter. So no, that's definitely just by looking at it. Now, if you use the hallmarks of things that we've been finding, 6 fingers, fucking
Weird
up the
shit
Superman
like
logo,
this,
things like that. There are things that we think when they've got a crowd and the faces are all warped in the crowd. there's the AI stuff, but like looking at that picture of like from Carla Cohen, like who can clearly paint, might get her work checked sometimes by someone else who she might live with that knows how to paint himself. Then yeah, I don't like to jump to conclusion on any of this stuff just because it's good.
This guy said that Bob Kane swiped this cover for Detective 27, and he did a lot of research on it. Yeah, that's
so.
Yeah,
You can draw back to anything, man. This goes back to like.
Oh yeah.
So I saw. So okay, let's talk about when Rogan got on stage and destroyed Carlos Mencia, right? Like he's like, his deal is like, this is our art. You're stealing our work. And then people the internet, they start to do that. They did what's her name, Amy Schumer, and showed like her with all these jokes, and those were like loose accusations at best that they're trying to make a video of. I didn't look any deeper to it. The accusations like of the Mencia ones, they were literal rips. Like they were their, you know, the wording was 80% the same. There's no way around it. But so I hate when people are going to grasp at straws at this stuff. Like you got to have a pretty like accurate overlay or a flip or something like that, in my opinion. And I don't want people to just start calling everything AI just because it's good.
Yeah.
It's unfair to the artists who are drawing that stuff.
Yeah, this one's cool. This is an homage. It's not a swipe. A lot of people see that's what's going to happen. A lot. This is a Facebook paid group called Comic Swipes.
Yeah, I hadn't
you know who jumps in there all the time is Rob Liefeld.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That did. I will say. So, but there's clear homage.
Like, yeah.
I think you should write the after on it.
Yeah. I mean, he made a post where he was basically saying like, listen, this was our way of, you know, showing respect to our elders and people who came before us. You know what I mean? He was trying to explain like what artists were doing. So,
dude, I haven't seen this image. I've never seen this image like together like this. This is some of the most beautiful X-Men art that I feel like I've never seen. You know what I mean? I know I've seen it, but I've never seen it together like this, if that makes sense, or gatefolded like this. Look how
I would get on my big blank living room wall. I would get that.
Yeah.
In a 20-foot by 10-foot.
Take away, if they could take away
anybody
this,
that came into my house would be like, that's cool. Right? Absolutely go with it, you know?
Yeah. Shout out to Creed that says everything in Detective 27 is swiped, art and story. Wow. That's crazy. Look how good the side art looks, right? I mean,
yeah.
If we could get if like Mondo did a poster like this, took out all this shit, took out this, and it was just the main piece, hell yeah, I'd get that fucker framed.
I don't even mind the trade. I'd kick the cap out. You know, there's no need for the price box.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you could fill that in and nobody accuse you of stealing. But no, that's great. No, it's one of my favorite ever.
Damn, that looks fucking good. That shocked me for a second there.
And one of my favorite ever, but not one of my favorite uniforms overall. Like I might be the only one, and I don't even want to point shit out because it's not like it's gonna ruin the movie for me. But like I'm not big on I remember that Psylocke panel, by the way.
Yeah.
I'm not big on Wolverine's yellow and blue for the movie.
Yeah, I agree.
That's just me. I don't want to put it in anybody's head. That's my thoughts. I love Wolverine. I love that we're gonna get
That's
Jackman.
not as
I'm
good.
excited for this.
they redid it. It's not as good.
No, you don't need Strife in there either. Was Strife in there before?
Is this life? What? Oh, I thought
That's
that was
not
Liefeld for a
Jim Lee.
second there. They recolor it? Stunning improvement of my favorite X-Men. That's not an improvement.
It's not an improvement.
No,
It's Strife is there. I didn't even notice him because he blends in.
He's got the gold helmet.
Who doesn't?
Speaking of gold helmet, how about dark helmet? All right. Spaceball 2.
Let's go. Spaceballs 2, baby.
In the works.
Spaceballs 2.
Nice.
We've been waiting ever since.
Too bad it took too long. I don't know what but they have so much material to go on.
Do you remember there was a cartoon that was announced that was going to be on Adult Swim, and it never came to fruition?
I thought it came out.
Did it come out?
Well, dude, in the article that I sent earlier, I didn't watch it. In the article I sent earlier, they said they did release this Spaceballs cartoon in like 2018 or something like that.
I'm going to feel... Is it any good? Spaceballs, the animated series.
Yeah, 2008, not 18. Okay.
Spaceballs, the animated series. Is an adult animated television series that premiered in 2008 on G4 and Canada's Super Channel. It's loosely based on the...
How's it loosely based? Dude?
Yeah, what the fuck?
That's not cool.
No.
I don't want it loosely based. I want Bartholomew.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, I remember seeing it.
Have you guys ever seen a really good barf at a con?
Yes. Yeah.
I know there was one in San Diego last year. I've seen like 2 or 3 really good like chubby dude barfs with a fucking whole Bartholomew outfit, man.
Dude, it says here, Spaceball sequel is in development at Amazon. Josh Gad is set to star and will produce alongside Mel Brooks. Josh Greenbaum will direct the film from a screenplay by Benji Sammet, Dan Hernandez, and Josh Gad, while Kevin Salter will executive produce. The project is in early stages. The plot details are being kept under wraps. Amazon declined to comment. Writing duo Sammet and Hernandez are best known for their work for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem, Pokemon Detective Pikachu, Addams Family 2, and upcoming Lego Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy.
I like it.
Yeah.
I like it. Okay, no, hey, let's hope. And they've given them plenty of shit to. They have 10 times the material they had when Spaceballs was made in 88. Oh, dude, one time, so we had you'd have the book fair, and you'd write down what you want. Hope your mom will give you money. You go to the book fair and you pick out your books, right? So I got my novel of Spaceballs. And then I wouldn't want to read for a book report. So I did a book report on Spaceballs, the book. I am pretty sure that teacher knows I did not read that book.
Was there even a book called Spaceballs, the book?
It was sold it was at the Scholastic book fairs or whatever they're called. I think they're called Scholastic.
Yep.
I know they are. I don't know if that was the name for it in the 80s, but yeah, Spaceballs the novel, man. Like 100%. And I bet you I have it. Like seriously, I'm in a process of moving some stuff around. I bet I've got this little book. And it was made for a kid. I gotta find this thing.
Did you guys see hold on. This Friday, June 21st. Did you guys see the Lady Death Shikari?
No.
Dude, check this shit out. I'm gonna show you just the beginning and then I'm gonna fast forward it. This shit's fucking good.
Hey Brian, it's now.
What's that?
Dude, well, so our first 2 stops are Coffin and Pardee.
Yep. Every
That's
time.
our first 2 stops. That's it. We go in, get what you want.
Yeah.
Dude, so if we could pre-order.
Dude, this shit's crazy, dude.
If we can pre-order some Coffin, I would really like to.
The regular one looks good, but they do this one where she has tattoos that looks so badass.
This Friday, are you ready for the all-new Coffee Comics promotion, produced in cooperation with our friends at Comics Elite? Feast your eyes on these question marks. What is behind there? It is groundbreaking. It's the first time ever. It's true. Finally, Shikari comes to Coffin Comics in an all-new promotion called Shikari. First up, we're going to have comic books, cards, and prints.
Look how good that looks, man.
First up.
Best Shikari cover.
Sorry, Alex, we're hitting Coffin first.
Yeah.
Nobody listen. But I'm only kidding if anybody's listening.
Yeah.
We'll be there eventually.
This is.
Remember we passed on the $200 books last year?
Yeah.
Not this year.
Not this year. No. This cover is probably the best Shikari cover in my opinion, and
That's
I
sick,
love how Brian Pulido gets in his salesman mode. He's got his like voice changes. He gets like into this almost like car salesman mode, and it's fucking awesome, man. Check this out. Look at this when it's the tattooed. Let me show you the tattooed one. It looks so fucking good, dude. Right here. Here we go. Like every time I'll bring him onto the show or on the channel, and we'll just the interview's good, just like normal, and then hey, what's going on? What do you got coming up? And he's like, boom. He gets into this mode. It's hilarious.
Rounding out this promotion is the Outlaw Edition, limited to copies ordered between Friday at 9 a.m. and
looks.
Monday at 5 p.m. 80 hours only. Order as many.
Look at that, dude. That is so good.
Many as you like. Then limited editions, including the Virgin Art Edition, the Holofoil Edition,
Yeah, the holofoil.
the Metal Edition, as many as you like. Then limited editions, including the Virgin Art Edition.
Yeah, I'll be trying to get one of those.
The Holofoil.
Oh, check this out. Look what he's also doing. This is super cool.
Does he get nips?
What?
Yeah, it looks like maybe.
Dude, check this out.
That's if they were nips.
Oh
Looks
yeah,
like-
yeah. There's nudie ones. There's nudie ones. Yep. There's naughty editions. But this is the coolest part. Check this out.
Eligible to receive the
All right, hold on. Let me do this.
Metal Edition and the Luxury Foil Edition. Now, to sweeten the pie, every single order will be eligible to receive the limited edition glow-in-the-dark Metal Edition, limited to 15 copies, 10 of which will be added randomly throughout this promotion. That's right, all physical orders have a chance to receive this killer glow-in-the-dark edition, limited to 15 serial numbered editions. But that's not all, folks.
That's kind of cool. You know? Jesse, what did Jesse say? He called me today and he said he's still in promo mode about it. Yeah. Fucking A, man.
Nice.
That's good shit, dude. All right, you drop this in here. Let me bring this up.
Yeah, those are good, but dude, they're so good that there's 20 variants.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure that's the paperback. Like I'm about to go through. I'm gonna have a serious
$88, dude. Whoa.
Liquidation. I can't tell you for sure that that's it, but I had a paperback that size after the movie came out. That says June 1st, 87. I thought the movie was 88.
Yeah.
But I know whatever I had was after that. But as weird as it sounds, I know it's when I still lived in Stockton, which was like up until the end 89, 1990. It's like compartmentalize things through the places I lived when I was young.
So, we talked last week about the G.I. Joe's Kickstarter, and they're talking about doing, they're not talking about it, they announced they're doing a Transformers compendium now too, right? Fucking money in the bank, man.
Wow.
Right? 2.5 million the G.I. Joe compendium Kickstarter is at. They announced a Transformer one. This is pretty cool. I'm a huge fan of Wicked and Divine, and they're going to do Wicked and Divine covers hardcover, and it just shows all the covers. I collected every single one of these headshot covers. This was such a good series.
Yeah, it was.
So good. So I'm looking forward to this. I love these covers right here too. They're going to be putting this out. Look at that. A lot of cool Jenny Frizen stuff. So I'm pretty stoked about that. There was another Kickstarter too. I can't remember where but there was another one that was pretty interesting. This is where everything's going, man. It's going the Kickstarter route, and I don't know. I don't know where that's gonna head. If it's gonna make comics better, but I feel like it's better than what's happening at the big publishers right now. I mean, Image is doing cool shit. I love what Image is doing. They're ran by. I think that might be the difference, right?
Dude, I need a comic Kickstarter chat.
Yeah,
because some of our friends are really good at it. Like we see Tony in there. I know he's always up on it because I see some of the books he has, and so he clearly has been paying more attention to that. And like I'm not always up on it. The ones that I like and sign up for emails and stuff. Like, okay, and you don't always know when to jump in, except for the ones that you've always jumped in on.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure, but between that, what's the other Kickstarter? Is GoFundMe like
Indiegogo?
Indiegogo. Indiegogo. Okay.
There's a Fund My Comic also, but they're just starting, so that's kind of interesting. Let's talk about New Comic Day really quick. There was some interesting stuff that came out. Nothing crazy, super crazy. The final Zeb Wells and John Romita Jr. run is happening where they turned Peter into Green Goblin, which is stupid. They also did a 1 in 25 for the Amazing Spider-Man 257 facsimile, which is dumb, even though I love Tony Daniel, right? I mean, it's really stupid. I like these second prints, but I don't. I think it's cool that they're doing it, but I just hate this big blood hunt thing right here. Batman 149.
What's Bat issue?
What's that? It's a magazine. It's a magazine by Tomorrow's Publishing. Yeah.
It's been around for a while, yeah.
Yeah.
It is?
Yeah. There's a lot of really good Adam Hughes covers for it.
God, I missed some shit.
A lot of great artists. Bruce Timm, Darwin Cook did great covers for that. Blood Hunters #1, second printing. Captain America 10. Kanto Volume 1 hardcover, which is cool, from Dark Horse. That's cool. Captain Marvel. Does Captain Marvel have any good ratio variants? Oh, just the Scotty Young bullshit. That's kind of shitty.
A lot of Scotties have been, I feel like lately, have been pure white.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And they look terrible.
Pure white with only one character.
Yeah.
They're not terrible. They're just like, it's like what he and dude, that guy, he sells that his sketches and stuff every single day almost on his website. They're not terrible. They're good, but it's what he can do. He can do that in like fucking 10 minutes.
Yeah.
I mean, I hope I'm saying,
This has a lot of good variants for it. I like the A cover is good. Good Nakayama. The B cover is good. I like this. Rachada Lynn.
Oh. Nice.
And then it's got a Lobos cardstock variant, which is good. And then this 1 in 25 Otto Schmidt is good.
I like that.
All right. This is good. 1 in 50 Scott Forbes. All good so far. So definitely check that out.
Okay.
We'll see if that shows up on the Hot 10, I imagine. Destro, we already talked about that. Doctor Strange #16 is out. It's a Blood Hunt tie-in, which it's interesting. It's Wong is battling the possessed body of Doctor Strange, who's a vampire now, and he's not cut in half, so they just kind of threw that out the window. But great killer Alex Ross cover. Oh yeah, this is cool too. Dracula Blood Hunt #2, where it's Daredevil. They run into Daredevil. Gun hunting
always with the killer, so collision courses.
Yeah.
I just fixed up some of the number ones from Carla Cohen.
Yeah.
Fucking murder, dude.
This is art germ right here, right? Isn't there an art germ? Yeah, is this
It
art
looks
germ?
like it, yeah. I see a sig there, yeah. I don't know shit about gun hunting, I can't lie. I know people like the covers because they look like this.
That's Perillo.
There's some, yeah.
Look at that, dude. With the
Could
skull
be
in the background. That's fucking awesome.
One of them's got to be Carla, right? Or is that?
This is cosplay. Don't know. That's rough. Thaddeus something.
That's good. She looks different than the other covers, though.
Mika Okazaki. That's not an art germ. That's somebody else, isn't it? Yeah, Kendrick.
The first one's art germ.
This one?
Look at it. Isn't that can you zoom? Isn't that the AG sig right there?
I think this is Kendrick Lim.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah, I thought it was art germ too. I think they're doing an art germ. There is an art. Yeah, see, look at this. What is this? It says art germ collectibles variant. Oh, art. So this is art. Must be one of art germ's stable of guys that he has.
Company, yeah.
Yeah, that everybody draws like him. Whatever, it works.
They draw like the new him.
Yeah, it works. You know, can't complain.
And anime germ.
Yeah.
There's germ and anime germ.
Anime germ.
I'm not wrong, dude.
No, you're not.
I
You're
might be ignorant,
right.
but I'm not wrong.
Yeah, you're 100%.
There's a lot of shit I don't know, but I do know that.
That was funny, bro. She-Hulk. Doesn't She-Hulk have a Adam Hughes cover this week? Or maybe I saw something else. Masters of the Universe. Dave Wilkins.
Oh, you got more of the Revolution? I love it with the Hordak. Yeah. I didn't start reading it, so.
Yeah, the Wilkins is the cover.
There
the other one's not too bad.
Get that Netflix shit off there, man.
Yeah. Misery.
Or put it like not on the art. Or like not on the leg or something, you know? Nah.
McFarlane cover.
Body? All right. Oh, yeah. It's the new Spawn title.
Yep.
I think it's a 4-issue, right?
Yep.
Yeah, it says right there.
So McFarlane cover and a blank, and the A cover is pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. It's Cyan. Spawn's cover.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, that's cool. There's the San Diego Comic-Con that they announced. What else? I know I'm missing something. Oh, the Penthouse stuff. Check this out. There we go.
Dude, did the first Penthouse ones take off like they were supposed to?
I don't think so, but people collect them because it's good art. This is cool. Look at this.
Art. That's the whole thing.
Who's that?
This is George Baramatis, but this is awesome. It's like an homage to that 80s image, right?
Yeah.
Heavy metal, or maybe it's like a heavy metal book or a poster. I remember seeing this somewhere. The Dead all have the same skin. Well, that's fucking a badass band name. Look at that shit.
That's like the Sorayama, fine artist. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a Jay Lee nudie one. There's a Jenny Frizen Medusa.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie to you. I went to the store when those first ones dropped, and there was like the Sozo Micah cover, and they were on the wall with all the other variants, and I couldn't bring myself to say, "Hey, can you get me that Penthouse?"
Dude, I can't lie. So, similar story, I guess. So I'm at my, it was LTS when I lived in Santa Monica, so it's probably 6-7 years ago, and dude, it was Eddie, who I know well, Hive Comics and stuff. I haven't kept up that much since I moved. But press for him, I was in the store constantly. It was a block from my apartment, but I came at lunch, so I had a car. Otherwise, I just walk across the street. And he goes, "Hey man," he goes, like, do you collect Playboy? We just got in a shit ton of these, right? And they're like old Playboys. And he's like, yeah. So if you're like a Playboy collector, and like we're in the middle of the store, if you're like a Playboy collector, I'll just put them all in your trunk right now, right? And I was like, no, I'm not a Playboy collector. No, I don't.
I've been like,
no,
fuck yeah,
that's
bring them
just
over.
weird.
I'll take
I
them.
don't know, man. No, only Pornhub, man. I'm not weird. You know? So I was like, shit. And then I'm like, dude, I have no idea what was in there. You know, like I don't have any clue. Like, you know, and I was like, okay, in front of all the other customers, and I have to announce, yeah, fill my trunk with Playboys. Now, every day since then, I've been like, dude, there could have been decent stuff in there. And plus, the articles are amazing. You know.
Speaking of penthouse and
the funny thing is, the articles
women,
really are good.
Did you see Bird City's book that they just announced? I sold a bunch of Dawn comics this week. Check this out. Speaking of penthouse, Anna Marcona, and this is, of course, a homage to the famous Dawn cover, right? Did they talk about it in here? That's fucking crazy. But I got to check out this artist. Let me see this artist. I've never heard of her.
Well, that's just the Crave cover, right?
Yeah.
Okay. The Crave cover should be going up in price, but it's not. Bird City did the one. Oh, that's still Bird City, right?
That's beautiful right there. Holy shit.
It's not bad.
This is from James from Mad Love Comics and Art.
She looks young.
Yeah, she does look young. Yeah. I agree. But she's not bad. She's not a bad artist. I mean, it's good. You can tell it's digital. That's pretty good. Look at that.
Remember, we used to be like, oh man, are things going to be digital? And now we're going to be like, shit, is computer just going to do it all?
Yeah.
We went from bitching about digital to now it's like,
yeah. There's an amazing Red Sonja cover on FOC this week that's just beautiful. I mean, one of the most beautiful Red Sonja covers I've ever seen. She-Hulk. All right, here we go. Yeah. Did you guys see the Adam Hughes in this?
Nah, not yet.
I think there's an Adam Hughes. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So.
Yeah, that's good, Adam Hughes.
Yeah.
It's a good cover.
That could easily be a Lobos cover. I'm not even going to lie to you.
I know. Bro, Puppeteer Lee is fucking unreal.
Yeah, dude. I think I sold my Spawn Puppeteers, selling them for about 200, 9.8. But in all honesty, like I got pretty high hopes for that Puppeteer #1 from San Diego last year.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a swipe or a homage, you know.
Yeah.
Obviously not a swipe. But yeah, so we'll see. I like Puppeteer a lot.
This is a dope cover too. Barbieri. Oh yeah, that Puppeteer. That Puppeteer is sick. Street Fighter Swimsuit Edition. Those always sell. There'll be some San Diego Comic-Con covers for those. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. The Last Ronin Evolution. I think there were some good covers for this, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I like this. This is Freddie Williams, 1-25. I like this for some reason. I don't know why. This must be one of the new Turtles or something. It's pretty dope. I love this shit all around it.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a 1-25. There's a 1-100 Eastman. Oh, this is a cool this is kind of cool. I like that. Yeah, that's the new Turtles. And what else? Oh, Ultimate Comics bullshit. Ultimate Spider-Man. This is kind of I haven't read the whole thing yet, but it's kind of losing me. I gotta be honest. There is a 1 in 25 Coquetto, which is
I fell off.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not holding me, but they're doing like a 6th and 7th print of all the books, and they're doing all the costumes. This is David Marquez, which is pretty dope. The mask, the eyes seem too low. Maybe there's something off about that.
I don't like it.
Feels weird, yeah.
Yeah.
At all.
It's like too plain. I don't know what's going on there.
Yeah.
I know it's impossible to have unique Spider-Man covers almost at this point.
Yeah.
Dude, I like that Scrooge.
Yeah. Alex Ross.
What's up with that JSC Scrooge?
Gelato 1 in 10.
Is that this week? Hold on. There
J.
might
Scott
be an old
Campbell.
cover, I
It's
don't
in
know.
here. Yeah, this is it. It's in here. Here's the 1 in 100 Pepe Larraz, 1 in 25 Walt Simonson. There's the J. Scott Campbell, 1 in 50. I don't think it's that good.
You don't?
No.
I think it's pretty good.
It's good, but I mean, it doesn't like really pop out at me like his last couple covers. You know,
I don't know. I like Scrooge. The Duck Mona Lisa is a good point. And then Peach is gonna do Scrooge. Okay.
Everybody's doing
Is that,
it, man.
was that Peach or is
Look at this. I mean, Elizabeth Torque.
That's cool.
Frank
I like
Miller.
that one.
I like that. I liked the one before.
I don't like that one.
The Torque.
That's Howard the Duck right there, dude.
Wasn't that Frank Miller or something?
Yeah, Frank Miller.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the Frank Miller one.
Dude, he doesn't work for Peanuts, right?
Armida Jr.
They are. Yeah, you suck again, buddy.
Ron Lim.
I'm going for that Regal looking one.
Scotty
JSC. I like that. Scotty. See, there's Scotty.
Yeah.
The whole background and the fucking.
Yeah.
That's a cool one, actually.
See, yeah, dude.
I don't
It's
like
not
the
just-
trade dress. Maybe the trade dress is. There we go.
There's a lot going on in the trade dress.
Steve McNiven foil variant. So
Yeah, that's good.
Uncanny Valley's coming out number 3. Make sure you check that out. It's got a really funny Wile E. Coyote almost style cover for its 1 in 25. It's a good story. So far, it's really good. Tony Fleece writing it. It's good shit. Usagi. That's a 40th. Oh, the premium virgin metal is coming out for the best Jenny Frison cover. Yeah.
Honestly, it's good. It's good enough to spend 100 on that.
Yeah.
Or if the back's not fucked up, you get a 98. Like out the gate, no press. Wipe it off with the. Also, anybody, even if you just wipe off your metal covers, like even if you're using like a cotton, like face pad or sunglass thing, don't push hard if you're gonna wipe off a metal. Just dust it off. You can scratch metal a lot more easily than you think.
This could have been cover of the week. It could have been cover of the year material, but I just think she looks too gaunt. She almost looks like she's sick. She's not muscular at all. Dan Panosian. Yeah, 1 in cardstock variant. And the lasso needed some texture on it or something. You don't what? Am I a little too much here?
Yeah, No, you're right. She's gone.
I mean, I'm stoned, but you know.
No. She shouldn't be that skinny.
Yeah,
she's the fucking Amazonian. Remember how one of my things about so Hugh's Wonder Woman's, they don't sell. The Catwoman's sell, right? He drew a buff ass Wonder Woman, and you miss like so the buff Wonder Woman. Adam Hughes always drew like a buff Wonder Woman, and so they just don't get the hits, and they're just as good. And then but his Catwoman's sell very well, and a lot of his stuff, his Supergirl, things like that sell well. But I think he drew an accurate Wonder Woman, and I enjoyed the way that he drew her. But they don't sell.
Yeah, that sucks. Yeah, his Wonder Woman back when he was doing the Wizard covers, and there was that pull-out poster in there. His Wonder Woman looked like China, the wrestler. And I was like,
oh no, yeah, exactly. Looked just like China.
Yeah.
China number 2 though.
Yes.
There was China number 1.
Yeah.
And then she was like before she did the facial surgery.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that one time I was at the I think I've told some of these. I was at the ESPYs a backstage thing, and we're going to the seats, and China's in there, so she's in the crowd to move in her walk, and I'm like, dude, I'm gonna fit the walk in, and I'm like, hey China, can I tell you the best? She goes, yes you can, in her China voice, and reach out. I get a full walking side hug from China, and then move on. Rest in peace, China.
Oh man.
All right. That is New Comic Book Day. Let's get into the market report for this week. Got some interesting stuff to talk about, starting off with some rare Spawn books. The Spawn 350 Employee Edition and a 9.8 sold this week for $3,700.
So that's down $2,000 from the blue label.
Yep. Signed version.
And the thing was, the cool one about this one is so he signed them to everybody.
Uh-huh.
This one was to Al. So you could make some shit up and pretend that it was like to Al Simmons or something.
Yeah. Or have
all the names you get, I think to Al would be like, unless it's your own name, I guess. To Al would be the coolest thing you could get.
Or you can take one of those exclamation points and turn it into another L, and it says to all, and you'd be like, yeah, it was an employee edition. He just put to all on it. Everyone. Spawn 350 non-signed, which is
that's clutch, right?
Well, is this another one? He had another one? Wow. Jesus. Big money right there.
I mean, anybody could look it up. I'm not outing anybody. His name is Big Clutch on eBay. Mine's BigLegg. It's not that hard to. I'm not hard to find. You know where I sell everything. Then I don't have an undercover account.
There's also this guy that had a bunch of these Mignola convention sketchbooks, and a couple of them sold for over $2,000. This was the highest one. 2001 sketchbook, artist proof, rare and signed and remarked, and they were all the artist proof edition, so they sold for a grip of money.
Dude, I was cleaning out my condo a week or two ago, and I found some of these like old, not Mike Mignola, but I found some like old JSC sketchbooks from way back in the day and stuff like that. Those things are actually pretty cool to like sort of find like years later. Like some of that stuff is actually worth something now.
Big money, bro. Big money.
I think I found an old Hughes one. I found a few. I was like, oh damn, I just bought these like just to look at. That's cool. I didn't realize they still had those.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Next, an Invincible Returns #1 in a 9.8. This is one of those tough Darwin Cook covers. Sold for just under $2,000, $1,950 and 49 bids. And then a couple of these Transformers UK magazines sold this week. The specifically ones with like promotional material with them, and they did this a lot over there. This one is issue number 15 with the badge and poster, sold for $650. And the other one sold for like I think $800. So this was kind of crazy, and I was going to bring this up when we were talking about the video games because this seems like I didn't know they had these, and when did those come out? The Pokemon time? Okay, all right. I thought they were old. If they would have been old, I would have been like, dude, that's huge. But
maybe 3 months ago. I mean, they're still at Targets. I've seen them.
There you go. 9.4 copies of all 4 sold for $415.
Yeah, I've definitely seen them, and I never bought them because I don't know, something in me was like, if I buy one, I'm gonna have to find all 4, and I just never wanted to do it, so I just didn't do it.
Yeah, yeah. Next book that I never see, the Cobra Kai Karate Kid Saga Continues #3 retailer incentive.
Nice.
And a 9.6, $660.
Bro, I just clean. Okay, I'm doing a bunch of shit. So this is my wall has like just some like not all the crap that it has, right? Dude, that book had just been sitting on that wall for like 2 years. I had no idea.
Wow.
So it's in a box now.
There you go.
Yeah. Okay. I
This is
did.
a
I had
9.6 too.
no fucking clue, dude.
9.6.
Okay.
Yeah. And then a 1.0 of All Star Comics 8 sold for $15,000. Do we know what Trey paid for his when he got his?
Six or $8,000 or something.
Oh wow!
And it's like a 4 or 5.
Jesus,
dude, can I just say that this is like pathetic for this book? This book is like one of the top 3 DC characters, or like at least
number 3, dude. Unless the Joker's ahead of her, she's number 3.
Yeah, and this book has literally gone down in price since 2018. Like this is like, I don't even understand it. I don't understand how this book keeps like floating between 15 and 20 grand, like for a 1.0 or 1.5, because I've been looking for all these years. How is this still a $15,000 book? It literally makes no sense.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, especially with the that's, I don't know the issues. It's just old, possibly I can't see, but possibly brittle. But I mean, we know the main drawback, I think, is the cover.
Yeah.
But the cover is still like classic Golden
Yeah,
Age, dude.
are you
Like
kidding
Spectre
me?
and Hawkman, Professor, whatever. Like this is, it's not like it's shit, and it's first Wonder Woman in there, man.
No, this book should be rocketing, especially like with 2 movies came out in between. Like, come on now. This is, I don't know. I don't get it. I really don't get it.
Yeah. And then, yeah. And yeah, not only with the movies, I mean, she might be one of the most, of all the characters that we've seen, DC, Marvel, you can't tell me the gal might not be, top 5 most perfectly cast of all their characters.
Mm.
Like they weren't gonna be at a better Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
Could be
Spawn
biased.
347, the Singapore Comic Con puppeteer Lee, in a 9.9. Wasn't this something that you were talking about at some point, Vinny? I remember we talked. I think you might have been talking about this.
No, it wasn't me.
There was something when it came out that we found out about it. Like, holy shit! I can't remember who told us about it, but I just thought it was cool that it was a Comic Con book too. Supposedly only 400 of them, sold for almost $1,200 for a 9.9.
Oh wow!
Yeah. Next, this is kind of cool. There was a really cool Pinocchio book that I found out today because of the market report, and not this one though, but this is cool too. Pinocchio learns about kites. It was a gas company giveaway in 1953. It's just like a little, probably a couple page thing. Sold for $400, but the next year they did a Donald Duck tells about kites, and it sold for $835.
Wow.
Yeah. So cool promo shit. And then 1969 Marvel Mania 8 pinback buttons, the complete set, sold for $4,100. Next,
That's pretty freaking cool.
yeah. Did you guys know about this one? I know about like the Rocket Ranger, the Rust, and then there's one more I knew about. I didn't know about this one. Torg, number 2, has that McFarlane Spawn ad printed in it.
Wow. I never heard of this one.
Yeah. 9.8, $400. Next is the only Star Trek book that I would ever think about buying. The only Star Trek anything I would ever... Well, maybe I would buy like the Picard tapestry figure just because that's such a great all-time classic toy. But
Star Wars isn't that bad, man. Come on. Or Star Trek's not that
yeah,
bad.
it is. It's rough, bro.
No way, dude.
But this is fucking cool because it's signed by William Shatner. It's the fucking
Trouble with
Tribbles.
Tribbles.
Yep, it's the Tribbles. And it only sold for $345, and so it's a nice price range for that 9.8.
I'd almost want
series.
any 9.8 SS Shatner though, because I got 0, and I fucking love Shatner, dude. So
Yeah, I agree.
I had him sign something at Dragon Con years ago, and I was like, hey, can you write? It was like a poster or something. And I was like, can you write to Vinny? He was like, nah, I'm just gonna write my name.
Good for him. That's awesome. That's exactly what I would think of him doing, dude.
Yeah.
Dude,
exactly.
Boston, that TV show that he was in, Leg, is how I think William Shatner is in real life.
In real life, dude.
Yeah.
Denny Crane. Right? I could see him look at Vinny, not even answer him, only write William Shatner, hand it back and go, Denny Crane.
Yeah.
Right? I'm sorry, dude. Denny Crane, one of the greatest characters in history. Yes, ridiculous, but I had good memories of that. One of the last things I watched my dad being quasi young enough in my 20s, but
my dad loved that show too.
Oh, so good. And Spader with him too. Come on.
Star Wars: The Galaxy's Edge Imagineering variant, which is such a tough book to find, and it's such a cool looking book cover. Cool book just in general. $700 for an 8.5. That's a tough book, man.
Oh, dude. Yeah, I know it's a tough book,
but
I'll
still
always just laugh at that.
I just very few books that you can see get that type of money and that shit. All right. Let me see here. I got more. The Tim Holt number 30, the famous Zodiac cover that has the Zodiac symbols. That I wish, this is like a grail book for me. A raw copy sold for $2,100.
Wow.
And then this kind of blows me away. It's nice that it's getting this much money because usually it's not thought of anymore, but it used to be the book for Crow. Caliber Presents number 1 and 9.8
Right.
sold for almost $2,200. And yeah, that's a tough book.
But I mean, Crow 1 is the big dog now, right?
Yep. Oh yeah.
Isn't that like an $8,000 or $9,000 9.8?
No, a couple have sold recently, and I want to say they've
9.8?
dropped. Maybe not 9.8. You might be right.
I think that's like a 9.4, 9.6 price right there.
Yeah.
Do y'all remember my story about this?
No.
So I ordered a Caliber Presents number 1, 9.8. Instead of this, I got a Crow number 1, 9.8. Then I complained to the seller, and I guess he had just flipped the books, and he was like, well, if the other guy sends it back, I'll send it back to you. But otherwise, do you want to return it? And I was like, I just end up keeping it. So
wow.
Got it somewhere. I have it somewhere. Yeah. So that's funny, though, because I never thought it would flip. You always think like the first appearance would be the big book.
Yep. Yeah. This blew me away. I don't know how real this is. It had 51 bids. It ended on $5,000. It says Star Wars original Jawa vinyl cape figure. And it's mint on card. It's on card. I didn't check the description, but blows me away. $5,000 for that.
Wow.
So next we have some more crazy toy sales. The Grail for Ninja Turtle stuff, the Playmates, the Chef Boyardee Shredder sold for $300 loose, but with all the accessories. I've never seen this. Ultra rare Disney Toy Story transparent blue Buzz Lightyear sold for $1,100 loose. And then a mint on card Shogun Shote from Ninja Turtle sold for $835. A lot of really like crazy figures sold in the last couple of weeks that you don't see very often. Yeah, that Shredder figure is crazy, right?
Yeah, that's not. I don't even know what to think about that one.
Check this shit out. A lot of 6 loose figures, which includes the undercover, looks like Dawn, the baseball player Raph, a couple of the I think the top 2 might be something crazy too, but $821 for just those 6 loose figures. And then the A-Wing pilot, there's an A-Wing pilot in the Droid series and an A-Wing pilot in the last 12, right? If I'm not mistaken. The Droids one sells for much more, obviously. $4,000 for an AFA 85. And then Loose, a little Letty, Boba Fett that actually had the removable rocket, sold for $2,300, almost $2,400. Some cool GI Joe shit. The Night Force. It's not Night Force, but I call it Night Force. It's the Cobra Crimson attack tank, but it looks like those Night Force colors. This was a Sears, because remember the Sears ones, they repainted a lot of them for the Sears ones, and they repainted this tank, the Mobat tank or whatever for GI Joes from that shitty green to black and red. Sold for $310 loose, and then the version 1, the V1 Steel Brigade figure, loose, no gun or anything, sold for $475, and just the patch sold for $272. So, this is cool. A vintage Gravedigger poster from 1991, man. Fucking A, look at that shit.
Wow.
That was on every
badass,
right. That was on every redneck kid's fucking bedroom wall. So many fucking people.
I worked front desk at the Stardust, man, and VIP shit. Yeah, that actually happened a long time ago in my 20s. Lived in Vegas, didn't make it out as a successful Vegas career. And I remember that they'd have the monster trucks. And I remember I checked in a Gravedigger family. Like, and if anybody, monster trucks, I don't think are as big in California. So if this is something very common across other places, I'm not talking shit about anybody. I thought it was awesome. I mean, so we've got mom, dad, and like 4 Gravedigger kids, from like freaking Gravedigger jeans to Gravedigger Letterman jackets to Gravedigger hats. Like every head to toe, this is a Gravedigger family, and I was like, bet I know what they're here to do. Like I bet I know what they're here to do. But that was a Gravedigger family. And then didn't Bigfoot have a TV show, a cartoon? Bigfoot had a cartoon, right?
Yeah.
Hulk had a car, I think. Yeah. Anyway, good old days.
Fucking A. This one's crazy to me. I bet you Hood would go crazy for this. It's a Selena poster from 1995, Houston Astrodome concert. And it just looks fucking old. It looks like it's from the 50s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
And this is cool.
Dude.
What?
It was 30 years ago. When the 50s were only a little more than 30 years before that.
Yeah. Kind of
We're
crazy.
fucking old now.
I know.
Wait, I don't know if I matched that well, but anyway, you get the point.
This next one is super cool. It's a Screamers Live at the Whiskey A Go-Go poster by Gary Painter, who, famous artist, did all the design work for Pee-wee's Playhouse, a bunch of other crazy shit. $650. That's crazy. I would love to own that. Elvis Presley cards. An unopened 1 cent pack sold for $1,100. And then a 5 cent box, just the box, sold for $1,080. And then a graded GAI graded 7 unopened pack from that 5 cent set sold for $1,500. By the way, GAI is the original graders that did unopened stuff. So when I bought my Walter Payton unopened cello pack, it was a GAI 7, and I think it got to a PSA 6. I took it. I sent it 2 PSA. I didn't take it out of the pack or anything. They said they would do it for me. And it came back, I think, a 6, which I was good with. So, because look how shitty those fucking... I feel like that like plastic that's around those old school GI things is like shitty.
Yeah, it doesn't look very good.
The final Nintendo Power in a 9.8 sold for $1,400 or $1,500.
Wow.
Yeah. And then the Rolling Stone from October of 96 with Tupac on it sold for $400. That's pretty dope. That'd be... Does CGC grade Rolling Stones?
Yeah.
I would assume so. Yeah.
It's magazine, so yeah. Are they a little bit? They're big though, right?
A little bit bigger, yeah.
I bet they probably just fit. I bet they just fit and they figure it out. Because the inner weld, they have to adjust more than the case, you know?
It's too big, he says. Blue-green.
Oh, okay.
Check this out, though. This is the new PSA magazine that came out this month. It's got the Lorcana stuff in it, and so they did the Mickey Mouse cover. And the limited to 500 ones are selling for about $150. I never have gotten a single fucking limited magazine. I've had like probably 2 years worth of them. Fuck them. All right, we're almost done here. I got some cool shit to show you guys. Starting off with one of the greatest toys of all time, the Pimp Daddy Destro. If you guys don't know the story of Pimp Daddy Destro, back in 97, they did this cool thing where they repainted the original figures and put them out in 3-packs. And they are awesome. The Firefly, they did this Arctic version of Firefly. They did a bunch of cool shit. Multiple repaints of Vipers. I mean, and they're the same molds, and they're just gorgeous figures. Well, they were gonna put one out of the Cobra Command team with Destro, Baroness, and V3 of Cobra Commander, all in repaints. But I think there was some kind of problem. I can't remember what it was. If it was that the toy that Destro had was there was something wrong with it, and they brought it back, and they never released it with this version of Destro. And it's called Pimp Daddy Destro because check out his gear. It's all leopard print.
Oh man, that's hilarious.
So everybody started calling this Pimp Daddy Destro because it was just thought about as this super rare thing that never made it out. Well, a prototype made it out, and it was graded, and it's available for $50,000 on eBay.
Wow,
that's what I'd ask. Fuck that, dude.
Yeah,
I 100%.
This is like the greatest.
You can't
thing.
get another one, man. I go 10, and let's say the regular one is what's that? What will be regular in the? Why is it no grade?
Because it's a promo, I think, and. They even put Pimp Daddy Destro on the fucking on the label, AFA. Let's see what it says. G.I. Joe 97 mint on card, Pimp Daddy Destro original, COA 100% authentic. Piece received a no grade because the bottom portion of the bubble was never factory sealed. I'm the original grader of this piece and didn't agree with this decision of the no grade. In order to take out the figure, the top bubble would have to be completely taken off of the card to take out the inner bubble tray. And he's right. If you look at it, there is a top bubble, and then the figures are all in an inner tray. And you couldn't remove the figure without taking the whole top bubble off. So, all parts are still factory sealed to inner tray bubble. Piece was sealed in an acrylic case with AFA label sticker with bubble support rails. Piece is mint with no tears. It is a 90. Will come with a COA from CIB Tom Derby. Only a few are known to be original mint on card.
Wow.
Fucking ultimate G.I. Joe grail right there, everybody.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yep. Next. So I started noticing all these lots being sold of Wizard magazine. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Somebody's flooding the market of these Wizard magazines. And it turns out it's fucking Probstein. And like, so I go to Probstein's account.
Found another warehouse.
Look at this shit. Watch this. 6 Wildcats, 5 Spider-Girl, 1/2 Wizard Mailaways, 11 Punishers. You know, look at all these Predator 15s, Lady Death, Fantastic Four, the Ace edition. He's got like 5 of them. Extreme Studios, 10 of them. Here's all the Wizards.
10 cents each, man.
Here's all the Wizards. Look, watch. He sells them in lots of 3. 10 Max 1/2s. 10 Marvel Comics Present #1. Justice League of America #1 con box bag. These are like con variants. Look at this.
Huh.
I've never seen these. Comic Con box. Is that Turner? Who is that? Bennis, maybe? I don't know who that is. I've never seen
Turner.
that. Sold for $7 for the lot.
Careful buying bagged comics anyway.
Brave and the Bold 25 Suicide Squad variant from the con box. That's a great cover too. Sold for
That's
99
actually a
cents.
really good image.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, pay attention, especially like for eBay whatnot guys. You know, live sellers, because if you pay 10 cents for a book and you just run it in an auction, you know, make $2, you're losing money with or at least breaking even with.
These
with
are
the
all
price
con variants.
Price of a Gemini. Well, I think you get more than $1, but I'm just saying, like, even if you lost $1 of the price of a Gemini,
yeah,
you can go in, and the thing is, you need time fillers and killers. You got to be able to just sell stuff as it comes up, and just keep it going and talk about things, you know. So just having bulk, especially if there's bulk of ratio variants, it's great to have, or with great covers. That was the whole thing. Go with great covers. You go in, you find good-looking girls, you find Boba Fett, you find just great covers. Even if they're cheap, it doesn't matter. If it doesn't matter if you're not really going to lose money.
Dude, how did he get these? What?
What was that company that was just selling
Ace?
books for like they're selling like 5,000 books at a time? Like just a few months ago, when they were in the East Coast area. Isn't Probstein East Coast?
Yeah. Eternal Warrior 4, 15 of them for $100.
I'd buy it right now.
Yeah. Captain
I
America
press myself, but even if I didn't, if he has them in Near Mint Plus, if they all came and if they haven't been touched, why would you have a lot of them like that? If they had been like red and you accumulate them from a box, you have, dude. That Starlight Ace,
$19 for 5 of them.
Dude, and that's what's his name as the actual cover artist. Like,
Speaking of that Jim Lee Uncanny X-Men 275, 10 of them for $22, Near Mint Plus or better.
Grade them for $18 each, and there you go, free money.
Rye
Dude,
4.
don't tell me I'm gonna have to start following Probstein auctions.
Look at this.
God damn it.
6 Wizard World LA Michael Turner.
Oh my
Hulks,
god, for $75,
$75,
wow.
dude. Are you kidding me? They're trashed.
They're beat.
Yeah.
They're trashed.
Notice he didn't have the Near Mint Plus in there.
Yeah.
That's still not a bad idea.
No.
I guarantee you can get 35 to 45 shipped for those things.
Look at this.
I haven't
one.
checked prices lately, guys, but I'm telling you, like in the olden days, and I would have before I bid on that. That'd be an easy $40 book.
3 of the San Diego Comic-Con promos for $436. Look at this. 10 Wolverine 10s, Near Mint Plus or better.
But that's 25 for 9.6
That's
raw.
such a great deal. I mean, I wish I'd have known about these. It just keeps going. Wait until you see this shit. Watch this. Michael Turner Hulk cover. 25 of them for $23.
That book's tough as shit, dude.
Yeah.
If I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Yeah. Hold on. It gets crazier.
More that's Wizards. A variant, right?
Yep. More Wizards. New Mutants 100. Look at this. The Boys, the blue foils. $38 for 3 of them. Youngbloods. Hold on. Look at this. There's the
7
red ones.
Youngblood ones for $41.
Yeah, 7 Youngblood ones for $41. All and the gold foils too. All the Wizard Ace editions. More Wizards. This is a card guy. I mean, he's been getting into comics, but I just couldn't believe it. And check this out. Look what he also has that he's getting into. The Japanese movie tickets graded. Remember when International Comics Josh, shout out in the chat, was getting these done? He's got a bunch of these that he sold. 89 Kiki's delivery service. PSA graded. Goonies, 85, $77. Star Wars, look at that, 142 for a Star Wars Japanese movie ticket. Look how cool that is, dude.
That's awesome.
That is fucking cool. I mean, this blew me away. This is why I love and hate market. Here's the Pinocchio book. Look how cool this Pinocchio book is. Walt Disney's Pinocchio, 1939, a 5.0 for $100.
Bro, if the color cover that clean, and I'm sure you get it up close, there's going to be more shit to it. $100 for that? I wouldn't even ask questions of like if that was on a like if I walk into a store and that's randomly there and it says $100 and I know it's 1939, I'm in all day on that, dude.
Jesus. He had a signed Steranko Foom. I've never seen this Spider-Man book. This Margie book I've never seen. More Corpse Bride ticket, a Godzilla vs. Destroyer ticket. So Probstein's getting into some crazy shit. Have you ever seen this book, Sean? This Death of Wolverine #1?
Yeah.
It's a Desert Wind.
It's trimmed, right? Check the artist.
Yeah, it's trimmed. I believe so.
Look, top left.
No, it's
no, it is.
It's trimmed. Trimmed cover, yeah.
Yeah. No,
That's
they've had
book.
that. It's a rare book.
Yeah.
Desert Wind's kind of a wishy-washy
they were the guys. Yeah, I remember
the ones doing 9 point. The ones doing SS Comics, showing up at shows for a long time.
Yep. Yeah, I think that's who I had to do my trimp signature through.
Yeah.
This is a Batman #18, and we were talking about this on the Hot 10 the other day. Why people love these Hitler and Mussolini and Tojo covers. This one's interesting because you see Superman ones, obviously, but I didn't remember any Batman ones. But Batman 18, a 4 or 5 sold for $3,600 this week, and Hitler, Mussolini, Tojo. Insure the 4th of July, buy war bonds. So it's a war bonds cover too. It's pretty cool. All right, this was crazy too. This is a seller named Handsome F. Supposedly these came from a attic find. All of these, because he puts no reserve attic find in all of them. Look at these books. Look how cheap they went. Batman #54, $250. Batman 43, $224. Batman 40 with a Joker cover, $365. The famous
14 with the Case of the 13s with Joker right there, and then World's Finest 7. Those are two of my favorite covers in comics period of all time.
Yeah.
They get the Joker with the fucking prank. Right?
I mean, this
but
is a
then
famous
they let it,
innuendo
but then they let him
cover.
loose for 90 more years.
Yeah.
They had him right there, dude. They had him right there, and they let him go.
The innuendo cover.
Oh, dude. That's America firing their dicks off at the fucking World War II. It's okay.
Yeah, man. Pretty crazy. And then he had a bunch of crazy baseball cards and shit too, but attic fine, crazy books. Terry Dodson and Rachel Dodson, Generation X cover, old school. Look how beautiful this is original art. Look how beautiful this is.
That looks cool, yeah.
What an amazing fucking cover.
Love that.
That is gorgeous. $3,000. So,
Not bad.
No, not bad at all. You got two pieces basically. You got the original art and then the overlay of the trade dress.
Yep.
So it's pretty dope. Stephen Platt put out one of the ugliest fucking Superman covers I've ever seen. But his sketch art continues to be some of the best sketch work out of any con that he's at with artists there. Look at this.
Wow.
Yeah, Moon Knight. It sold for $800. Look at this. This is freaking gorgeous.
Damn, dude. 100%, man. One of my favorite pencilers in comics, period, of all time.
Yep. And then we talked about this cover the other week when it came out. Ghost Rider Final Vengeance #3. Well, the original art was available for $1,100, dude. Look at this.
Hey, how about Ryan Gosling announced as Ghost Rider?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
I'm with it, dude. I'm with it because I love Ghost Rider. Like, I'm fine with it, man. I just want to know that we can get Ghost Rider.
Yeah. This is kind of crazy. I've never seen this book. Yellow Jacket Comics #7. A beautiful copy sold for $725. Look at this cover.
That's gorgeous, dude. That's pressed. I'll tell you that, dude. I don't know why they didn't grade it.
Yeah, right?
Spend the fucking money if you press that thing, dude.
Beautiful fucking cover.
There's nothing exists like that without a. I'll just say I've got a good clue of what things look like when they're finished.
Yeah.
Somebody did a good job on that one.
Next, one of those famous comic sketch covers with the Ramita Jr. and Stan Lee. Number 325.
Sketches.
Okay. Yeah. $400. 497. So $500. Dave Stevens. What the fuck? I feel like every week on the Market Report, I'm showing some first published art of Dave Stevens that I don't know about. The Collector #23, a fanzine from May of '71.
Is that before the one that we wrote down from the play he was in high school or some shit?
No, the play he was in high school is the Ultimate one, but this, I don't know if I've ever heard of it, man. And I feel like the last 4 weeks, there's been like a Dave Stevens fucking first. So let's see what we got. James Madison High School Play Program, 1972.
That one says 71.
Yeah. So this is the first. Where's the art? Let's see here.
I mean, it looks like his cover, but I don't know if it's his cover.
All right, let's take a look.
That says...
That's Don Rosa.
Okay.
Is that... Oh, right there. It's the Orion. Look at that. He sent in an Orion sketch. Let's see, where's the page
this fucking
with
thing
that?
might take it then.
Where's the page with it? I don't see the page. Where the fuck's the page? Where the fuck's the page? Let's see what it says.
Like the whole page?
Featuring first published work, 15 years old at the time. Earliest known published artwork according to Dave Stevens' website.
You know what? I feel like... Okay, so I found that website and we were looking at it. The one that you wrote down about his play. And I feel like there were other things listed before it, but that was like what we had.
Yeah.
Like, see how you have early amateur work without absolutely saying it's 100% the first time?
Yep.
You could even, as long as it doesn't mess with the whole anything else, you could even put the links, like the ended eBay auction.
Yeah, you're right.
They'll disappear eventually, though.
Yeah.
First amateur art. First cameo. I don't know. I don't even know how to describe this.
Heads, who cares? Fucking crazy. 15 years old. Let me put 15.
Bro.
There we go. All right, back. That sold for $300. Only one bid.
Wow.
That pisses me off so bad. Adam Hughes Wonder Woman sketch from 1992 San Diego Comic-Con sold for $1,000.
Man, he used to do way better sketches back then.
Yep.
Oh, just with a Sharpie with the side profile in 10 seconds for $100.
Yeah.
Mine's got watercolor and shit in it.
Yeah, his wife would do that.
Really?
Yeah, his wife did the watercolor part. Or the coloring, yeah.
I've never seen this one. Or I don't remember it.
Oh, the Terrifier self for fucking dough, dude. Yeah.
Yeah, but have you ever seen this variant for number 1?
Yeah. I knew that it sells for money and it's impossible to get.
Jeez.
Steve McGinnis cover art, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I know that exists for sure. I bet if more people knew that it was for sale, that it would have gone for more. I forget. I'm not even sure I know the entire story behind it, but you saw it's Art the Clown Comics.
Yeah.
So it's not like it's,
So yeah, website they sold on. You guys, this is gonna piss off everybody right now. How about a vintage Frank Frazetta sketch, pen and ink, for under $4,000?
Yeah, that seems way too cheap.
That's fucking cool, man. Look at that shit. That's what it looks like out of the frame. That's beautiful. Next, 1975 SDCC program signed by 12 people.
The spirit.
That's cool.
Super cool.
Rich Butner. I don't even know who that is. Patrick Colton. Stan Lee. Look at that. That's fucking awesome.
Dude. And I love what we attend, but there was just something that's just more wholesome, I guess. Like about it, and when it was just comics.
Yep.
When it was just comics, just something a little more wholesome.
It was probably one small room.
Chuck
Norris.
You know what I mean? Chuck Norris.
Wow.
$500, you guys.
Bro, if he sliced out that page, I'd pay $500 for it.
Yeah.
Stan Lee, Chuck Norris, Gil Kane, Steranko. Look at Steranko back.
Crazy,
look at Steranko back when he was a fucking mob hitman.
Bro, he still is, dude. He looks more like one now. He could have been on The Sopranos easily.
Oh yeah.
That's just
Russ
crazy.
Manning.
Though, how
is that
Chuck
Russ
Norris,
Manning?
man?
Russ Manning. Yeah.
He never did push-ups. He just pushed the world down.
Ethan. Is that Chuck Jones? Wow.
What?
There's Russ Manning. Steve Laola. Frank Ridgway. Who's this? Willie something.
Walt Disney. No.
Yeah.
That's
Jack
Mickey Mouse.
Kirby. Are you kidding me?
Oh, on a surfer? I love it.
This only sold for $500. Jack Kirby, Stan Lee, Gil Kane, Chuck Norris, Steranko.
I know this sounds
Will
ridiculous.
Eisner? Are you fucking... Is that Eisner?
Oh my God. I know that sounds ridiculous, but like...
Yep, it's Eisner.
I'd have this, I haven't seen the top or the bottom of it. So that this has been handled. This is not a 9.9 condition. I would want to have friends at my house. If I got it for $500,
I would grade it,
not 5,000. I would. Oh, fuck no. No, I really would want you, dude. If you guys came to my house and I
check
got
this out, yeah,
I would be like, hey, check this out, dude. Let's open it up. Let's clean off the counter, put it down. No gloves, none of this bullshit. Clean hands, of course. And
there's
just
be like,
hey, check this out. Check this out. That's this is the ultimate conversation piece.
Jesus, man. 1975. Stan Lee, Jack Kirby. This must be the guy who created it. Rich Butner.
The craziest thing about Chuck Norris is when I found out he uses rattlesnakes for condoms. I was like, come on, man. I was like, that's a little risky, but I think the venom just gives him a little.
Look at that. That's pretty good. This is cool, man. This is super cool. Whoever got that, congrats.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Just Gil Kane. Nobody cool.
A Art Adams Jessica Rabbit sketch. 9.6. Who cares though? 560. This sold for more than that fucking San Diego shit.
Yeah, dude. Well, the 9.6 doesn't bother me.
Not at all. Yeah, I don't care. I could care less.
That's literally original art by Art Adams. I think it looks good.
Yeah.
And it's in Jessica Rabbit form.
This is something that
draws everybody exactly the same.
This is something that Stein put on the Almost 10 one year. Teaching with Calvin and Hobbes, a school textbook with Bill Watterson's comic strips in it, sold for $1,525.
It was a great. Honestly, one of the best things that I did growing up was getting I still have them. The Calvin and Hobbes, all the strips.
Yeah.
And the tall ones, again, like reading on car rides or sitting at home. Yeah, I was a reader because that's what we did. And Calvin and Hobbes, my favorite thing. Everybody else did too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I don't think there's anybody out there that doesn't like Calvin and Hobbes. This is another movie star news with a Dave Stevens Betty Page cover. Here's the back. Beautiful Dave Stevens artwork. 1989, sold $350. All right. There's been so many great things tonight, but it doesn't even end yet. A 1969 concert ticket to see Jimi Hendrix, signed by Jimi Hendrix, sold for $4,000.
Yeah, that's yeah. Honestly, yeah. If I've got the money to put that in the collection, if I've got $4,000 and it's big, I'm a Jimmy fan. So is everybody else, right?
Yeah,
but I really listened to his lyrics. I had I think an AP finishing paper in high school had to be about a topic from the 1960s. I used Jimmy, so I've listened to him so much that I would just really love to have that. I think that'd be very cool.
That's amazing. Yeah. This is cool. I didn't know about these. Kiss 4K Legends Never Die comic set, 1 through 8, gold, signed by Gene Simmons, $400. You ever seen these?
No, I had no idea.
Right? All signed by Gene Simmons, or just one signed by Gene Simmons? Looks like just one signed by Gene Simmons. That one. $400. I bet you that's probably a pretty good deal. And then finally, look at this fucking pinup from 1934. It's a magazine called Movie Humor. I am going to be searching for this now, because this is one of the coolest images. This would look so cool in a frame on a wall.
Fuck yeah.
20 cents. Look at that. Fucking chick playing baseball. Here's the actual magazine.
That's where people wouldn't even believe you that it wasn't like a print that you went to get framed, unless, depending on what the cover looks like in the light.
Dude, you're right. You're right. Yeah. That's fucking crazy. So
I'll clean it up for you if you get it.
But. Yeah. Fucking A, look at that thing. That is the market report for June 19th, 2024. This show was supposed to be a short one and ended up being 2 hours and 45 minutes. But thanks for everybody that hung out with us. 104 people to the end. If you can, hit that thumbs up if you didn't get a chance to do it. Really helps us out drop a comment below. Tell us what you think of the show. If you have any constructive criticism of things we can do better, or ideas of things that you want us to check out, take a look at, drop them in the comments. We all check them out, and I'm trying to do better about commenting on most of them. So thanks for you guys that do that. You guys got anything interesting coming up until next week?
I got nothing except normal stuff. Instagram, eBay, nothing new listing. Biding my time, waiting for some San Diego, man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Yeah,
Favorite
it's
week
gonna
of
be
the
good
year.
to see you two fuckers, you two knuckleheads. So let us
I'll be
know
a
if you're gonna be in
fucker,
San Diego, you guys. If you're gonna be in San Diego, let us know. We'll meet up for a drink one night, and multiple nights most likely. That's how it works.
I'll be out. We'll tell you where we're at. How about that?
Yeah, exactly. No, it's always a good time. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
I know where we'll be Friday.
Yeah. Yep.
To start.
Yep. All right, you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Everybody that's been jumping on the Whatnot sales recently, thank you so much. The last 2 sales stuff is going out in the morning. It'll be dropped off in the morning. And then I should have another sale ready to go tomorrow night. So come hang out tomorrow night if you guys want to get some cool books. We'll see you on Friday for the House of Stein, and right back here on Saturday for Modern Comic Mayhem. Check out last night's industry show. It was good. Adios. See you next time.